James Cook, the star of the show, but I want to start on the defense for you and ask if you thought they played with more speed, athleticism, juice.
Yeah, I think the whole team did. And look, Coach McDermott made a point of that. He was straightforward about how in the previous 3 games they simply did not match the energy level of the opponent. And, you know, I think I've told you guys, Steve says it all the time on our show. It's not just a physical state of readiness that you have to bring and commit to playing a football game. There's an emotional constitution that you have to bring to the game too. And in a league where the margins are so narrow, if you don't bring that emotional fortitude with you, you run the risk of getting run over. They had it yesterday because they just waxed that team from start to finish. And then we didn't know in the middle of the week, but the possibility of Hairston returning and the players that, you know, we're welcoming them back. We're happy to do so. But I think there was just an air of, well, we don't know exactly what that's going to look like yet. I think they're happy to have him back, but they didn't know what the impact would be. Well, Michael Hoecht told you in a hurry. And it was interesting because in the post-game interview with Sal on the field after the win, Hoyt basically said, you only get one chance to make a first impression, and I was determined to make one. And he did in a giant way. Sack and a half, forced fumble, and even beyond the stats in the box score, guys, you noticed his presence on the field. Every snap he was out there, he was giving the offensive line for Carolina absolute fits. And if he wasn't on top of the quarterback, he was around him and making Andy Dalton fully aware that he was not going to have a lot of time to work yesterday. So really encouraged by what he provided to the pass rush, which, as we know, in turn helps the guys on the back end enormously. And to your athleticism point, Jeremy, I think this was a defense starved for more speed. It has to get faster, especially this week when they're playing against perhaps the fastest receiving core in football. And Max Hairston obviously provides that. And I think Jordan Hancock provides a level of athleticism on the back end because we saw very early that they had Jordan Poyer in there for obvious run downs, early downs, get everybody lined up, get the communication going, and then in obvious passing downs, put Jordan Hancock on the field because he can cover infinitely more ground with more athleticism.